Hey guys, Joben here. Little something I wanted to show you today, and I do mean little. For starters, here's its case, this very nice little leather pouch. Okay, so let's see what's inside. It's this thing. Now, if at first glance you're saying, okay, what's that? Well, just remember what channel you're on. Yeah, it's a knife. This is a knife by a man named Darriel Caston. And I believe he calls it a square head dog tag folder. And it is about the size of a standard military dog tag, a little bigger, particularly in the corners. Let's open it up. The handle's titanium, and the blade is CTS-XHP steel, and he told me it's hardened to a Rockwell hardness of 63, which is very hard for a blade. The locking mechanism is quite interesting. It's sort of a frame lock. Has this little area that pops up into a notch in the back of the blade near the pivot to lock it open, and it does have a quite strong detent to keep it closed until you want it open. And it's one of those minimalist designs with just one handle piece and the blade, and that's it. And so obviously there's a overhang lip here that protects the edge of the blade, or actually I should probably say protects you from the edge of the blade. The machining is quite precise because the edge isn't resting on the frame. It's away from it by about the thickness of a sheet of paper. And the blade stop is that tiny little outward swing right behind where the blade stops being sharp. That's the technical term, where the blade stops being sharp. Very, very precise. And the blade stop in the open position is, again, that overhang. And it just hits there. Very interesting little piece. Never seen anything quite like it. I mean, I've seen small knives before. I've seen ones with this sort of general plan of the one handle piece and the blade, and that's pretty much it. But I've never seen anything quite this small and quite this square, I don't think. Definitely an interesting piece. Hope you guys enjoyed this little look at it. Take it easy now. Oh, you know, I remembered my postscript before I actually finished the video. This is a really cool business card. It's made out of wood. I think it's a laminate with multiple layers in different colors because the name here is engraved into it. That's pretty cool. Very classy. Anyway, this is Joben signing off saying, remember where your knife is. Hey guys, Joben here. You may have seen my previous video about the little square-bladed custom knife by Darriel Caston. What I don't think I mentioned then is that the knife isn't mine. Mr. Caston sent it in to get some work done on it. And I thought I'd just take a minute and show you folks how it turned out. And here it is. He asked me to do a acid etched spatter pattern on it. And I've done this before on larger blades, like 3.5, 4 inches long. But this little guy, it's 1.25 inches basically from tip to the back of the blade. Maybe 1.5 inches if you count the tang area. And there's this big old hole in it. So I figured we figured the big spatters would probably kind of overwhelm it. So I had to make them really tiny, which is what I did. Here's the back. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around here. I'll try to hold steadier. There we go. I think the light catches those. Looks okay on the little screen on my camera anyway. This has just a really minimalist finish on it right now. The basically a really fine grit sanding sponge to take off all the gunk from the etching process. You can polish these up a little more. They'll always be a little bit dark, but I think it actually suits this knife because it basically matches the matte look of the handle. So, there we go. That is my acid etching on a knife by Darriel Caston. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember where your knife is. Yep, while I was practicing getting little spatters, I went ahead and did one on the good old EL01. Alright guys, take it easy.